Thanks for joining my hike. I'm Kevin, and I gotta be honest with you, it's gonna be a tough one today. My back is out. I woke up, could not move, and they say this is the best treatment for it. Just keep walking. Your back ever go out? Well, I'll tell you what's a better treatment, because I was at a party once, not dropping names here, but it was a Carrie Fisher party. She had a lot of parties in the day. I happened to meet Elizabeth Taylor there, Dame Elizabeth. And if you're under 30, you won't know who she is. And I'm not even gonna explain it to you. You have to Google it. But I saw her there. I turned around, I couldn't believe it. She was there. And I said, how you doing, Elizabeth? We're on a first name basis already. And you never wanna ask somebody over 70 how they're doing, because they'll go on and on and on. But I asked her, I said, how you doing, Elizabeth? And she goes, oh, my back is out these days. I said, oh, yeah, my back goes out sometimes too. I just take a bag of ice and I put it on there. She goes, oh no, I use frozen peas. That's what she liked to do, frozen peas. Bag of frozen peas, not single peas, because the area is much bigger than that you're trying to heal. So since then I tried frozen peas, and it's amazing because it contours to your back. And I had a bag of peas for a long time that I was using. I called it like my Elizabeth, like Tom Hanks called his volleyball Wilson. And I used that for like a few years. It smelled like Ben Gay. And then one time my mother-in-law comes by to visit, and she doesn't know that's my Elizabeth, and she cooks it for dinner. I couldn't believe it. I sat down, I thought, where'd you get these peas? And she goes, I got them from the freezer. No, no. I should have known, because they smelled a little minty from the Ben Gay. But man, I was furious. I was so angry, I threw my back out. All right, man, we got a great hike today, so take your protein pill, put on your back brace, and why don't we go take a hike? I'm very excited about my guest today. He'll be hiking off my left shoulder. He's been a buddy for a while. We even used to play basketball together. Of course, we don't do that anymore. No. Anyway, he's an Oscar and Emmy nominated actor, and a good friend of mine. I mean, he's done over 20 motion pictures, Oscar and Emmy nominated. He did things like movies like Something's Gotta Give. He did Just Go With It. He did a lot of TV.
I didn't do Something's Gotta Give.
I thought you did Something's Gotta Give.
No, you're thinking of As Good As It Gets. Something's Gotta Get came after that. It's with Keanu Reeves.
Okay, sorry about that. That's he did the movie Just Go With It. He did TV.
I wasn't in Just Go With It.
I thought you were Just Go With It.
No.
What am I thinking? Oh, okay, I got it. He was in Little Miss Sunshine.
You got that right.
Which is right, and Anchorman 2.
That's true.
And usually my guests aren't here in this part. But yeah, and he used to have a talk show that I can't remember if I was on or not. I wasn't. Okay. And also, he's got a podcast, which
You don't have a podcast? I don't have a podcast, no.
I thought you had a podcast.
No, I think we gotta skip this. I don't think this is good.
Skip the hike? Jeez. Anyway, you're gonna love this guy. He's talented, Mr. Greg Kinnear. Oh! Hey, Greg. Do you still have a six-pack?
We're not gonna do that at this point of the hike, are we? There's people coming.
Do you take your shirt off on the set?
Check it out, people!
No, seriously. Do you take your shirt off on the set when you have to make a change with the wardrobe?
Good Lord, no. No, I would
You do it right there, right?
No, I wouldn't do that.
You don't do it in public?
No.
What do you, people don't see you at the beach?
Well, yeah, they see me at the beach, but I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not the type of guy, like you obviously have some sort of exposure problem where you like to do this, or you find it pleasing.
I don't have an exposure problem.
Take your clothes off in front of people.
I don't. Let me ask you this. Do you think when there's a heavy set plus guy on the beach, and he's got like the breasts, the man boobs?
Yeah.
Should he have to wear a bra?
I don't think he has to, no. I mean, he's reached a point in his life where he's...
Let's go this way. Sorry, I'm lost.
Where he's chosen to, he's fine to.
But I mean, isn't that kind of wrong? Because it kind of looks like a woman going topless, you know?
Yeah. You asked if he's allowed to do it. I think he's allowed to do it.
No, I mean required to do it.
Well, he's not.
You just don't want him because you find it sexy. You want him to go topless.
We're not going to ban that, are we, man?
like your feet? You happy with the way your feet look?
My feet?
Yeah. You ever get comments about your feet?
My daughter said that my toes are weirdly long.
You play the piano with your toes?
Can't do that.
Hey, how many prescriptions are you taking now, would you say?
I take 2 prescriptions.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You take any placebos?
No, why would I do that? I wouldn't do anything.
No, those work the best. Because it's all in your mind. It's all in your mind.
Well, then why do you have to take the placebo?
Because you think you're going to get better. You think it's a medicine. I overdosed once on placebos.
Really?
Nothing happened.
Well, of course it didn't happen because the placebo does nothing. It has nothing in it. It's a sugar pill.
But still, I called 811.
I don't think that's the number.
Well, it's a placebo number.
Oh, okay.
Okay, true or false? I was arrested in Switzerland in 1989 for speeding.
That's true.
False.
God damn it.
I've done nothing. I have done nothing.
You've done nothing.
Nothing wrong.
Such a clean. Why would I even think that you had any trouble with the law? Like, you're not one of those guys. Not like you think of Kevin Nealon as like the bad boy of the west side of Los Angeles.
The west side. Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, like, you've never. Why would I fell for that? My God, you being arrested. You talk your way out of it anyway. You have such charm.
But they caught me with 10 placebo pills.
Yeah.
So you know what they did?
I thought you were gonna say hookers.
No. You know what they did to me?
No.
Nothing. Nothing.
Right.
Have you ever been arrested?
No. How are we supposed to get past this?
Let me go through this first, okay?
This looks like...
Wait a second, my backpack's hitting.
Problem before. So we gotta do it now. Okay.
The secret to a good marriage is at least 1 massage a week. True or false?
Gosh, you know what? If that's true, I'd have been divorced 20 years ago.
Well, guess what?
I never get a massage.
Guess what?
What?
It's false.
Oh, okay.
You know what it is? It's, try a guess. What's the secret to a good marriage?
Communication?
What kind of communication?
Just general.
Don't say cell phone.
General dialogue.
General dialogue. And when you're doing that dialogue, what's the other person doing?
Listening.
Yes, that's the secret of a good marriage. Listening. Thank you. But no, you're the talker. Yeah. You like to talk all the time.
No, I don't. I'm not a big talker. You think I'm a big talker?
No, you're very introverted.
No, I am.
I think.
I guess I am a bit chatty.
Would you say you're a wise guy?
No. I don't like that term either, by the way.
What do you call it instead of wise guy?
You mean like smart ass or?
Yeah, smart ass.
Smart ass. Glib.
Oh, smart ass. That's another word.
I remember doing Talk Soup. They used to always say smirky was always the term. I didn't ever like that.
That's what I meant. Smirky.
Smirk.
Yeah,
Smirk.
not a wise ass. Smirky.
Smirk. Like, I don't even know. Do your smirk face. Yeah, I guess I do that a little bit.
Here's a happy smirk.
Not
face.
as good as you.
Let me see yours. That is a wise guy look. That's my smirky. This. Okay, let me see your sad look. You're a good actor. She's very underplayed sad. That looks a little confused. It's like analytical.
All right. So sad.
Zooming in.
I don't know. It depends what's happening in the sad.
You want to see how to do it?
Okay.
Consider me a teacher.
All right.
All right. Sad.
Okay. You don't worry that's too much?
No, it's a playful sad. It's kind of like, yes, you got it. Okay. You take good direction. Okay. You know why? Because you listen.
Right. Who's the best person you ever talked to on one of these? Where you were like, honey, you went home to Susan, you said, wow, this was incredible today. Because I don't have a sense it'll be this one, but tell me who was the great one.
I know people are going to think that I'm going to say it was you with the smirky look on my face, but we haven't finished the hike yet, so I cannot judge this hike.
That's true. I could end up being in the Pantheon. There's still hiking to do. You don't know what's going to happen.
You don't know what's going to. I mean, a mountain lion might attack, and you might save me from the mountain lion.
Do you know that? I think that is the last time I saw you. I was hiking on Temescal, which you hike a lot. And this is back before, I think they invented the selfie. It was kind of before your show. And I came across you, I forget who I was hiking with, and you were going one way, we were going the other, and you were a little shaken up. And you said, I swear, I just heard a mountain lion or something in those woods.
You were there.
I'm not kidding.
I didn't remember you were there, but I remember the mountain lion.
And I'm not making this up, right?
No, totally not.
I think it had just happened and you just saw it, and you were really like, you weren't like funny Kevin Nealon doing your funny sad faces and your funny happy face, your glib, all your glib bullet BS. You were, you were scared. And it was great to see you vulnerable. I think you need to try to get that into your act more. Hey guys.
How you doing? We were just talking about you guys. Not really. I was hiking Temescal when I was on weeds. I used to like to take my script on a hike in the morning to memorize the lines.
All right, but we don't need to go through all that, but whatever.
And then what I use is a technology of studying. I used to study with Stella Adler.
Okay.
Is that her name?
Anyway, get to that.
Anyway, so I'm walking up the trail. It's still kind of a little dark out. It's dawn.
Yeah.
Not dusk, dawn.
Okay, I think maybe it was early morning, yeah.
So all of a sudden, off to the left, I'm about maybe half hour up, I hear the deepest growl. I could feel it in my chest.
Yep.
And I couldn't see it, but I could tell it was like maybe 10 yards away.
Yeah.
And I got such a fright. I mean, I froze for a minute, and then I started walking very slowly up the trail to get away from it. And I figured when I come back down again in 10 hours, it'll have time to leave, and other people will be on the trail, so to scare them away. And that's what happened.
Well, I was going the opposite direction, and to be totally honest, it's that you didn't tell me any of that. you really, I'm not kidding. I remember this moment, and you were really shaken up, and you were trying to act, kind of recover a little bit and act cool, but you didn't tell me that there was a shake in your chest or whatever the hell you're talking about that made it this terrifying. Or it doesn't seem like it's. Shouldn't you have said something to me?
Well, do you know why I didn't say anything? Here was my plan. I was thinking about everything. I was thinking, let the mountain lion eat Greg, then he'll be full. He won't want to eat me.
I think there is that agent actor joke where you're hiking with an agent, and all of a sudden your agent's he's putting on his tennis shoes. There's a bear out there. There's a bear out there. Well, you're not going to outrun the bear. And the agent says, well, I only have to outrun you.
But wouldn't
agents
you know,
love that joke.
They love that joke. Wouldn't you know, the next day they caught, I'm not making this up, a 200-pound mountain lion on Sunset and Temescal, right by the end of the trail.
Wow. All right, we're on the trail.
But I learned something
new.
new.
Just broken one of the drones. I think Kevin kind of indicates it might have been my fault. That's not how I see it.
I'm not indicating, I'm telling you it was your fault. It was his fault. I have a fear of heights, but I don't have a fear of flying in an airplane way up high for some reason.
But you do have a fear, like if you're on the edge of a building?
It's the worst.
Really?
It's the worst. And if somebody
What about
else,
claustrophobia?
No.
Just in standing on the edge of a building gets you dizzy?
No, it just makes my whole body weak. I used to have claustrophobia. But,
do you know, I read a story about do you know why the reason is you have that feeling? And you're not alone. Anybody who stands on the edge of a building has that.
Yeah.
It's because the mind, it allows for the mind to know that, you know, it is possible that you'd have to make the decision to do it, but that you can just jump off. And so that's that feeling. It's a kind of a, it's terrifying.
It is. I mean, I have a creative imagination, and you should just, if you ever had one, it would be crazy.
Oh my God.
I mean, you stand on the edge.
I mean, that whole story where you said you thought you saw a mountain lion one time, and you're just like this, you know, when it turned out to be like a, I don't know, like a muffler, a car off of the Sunset Boulevard. I mean, these your fears are incredible.
No. here's what the thing is. You're right, it's about the mind, but I have a creative imagination like you do. So I'm standing on the side and I could just picture myself falling. And you know, if like there was some kind of a big wind that came up or something, and it just, if somebody else is near the edge, I collapse. I lean into the building. Okay, so we're kind of up here, a little bit high, so.
That's about 4 feet.
Yeah, but that is a height. It's a height.
I think you have to really get up above 4 feet.
So you're not afraid of low heights. They got to be high heights.
High heights. I'm not afraid of either of them. We don't have to go to the waterfall.
There's boulders in front of it.
Yeah, we don't have to do it.
Why do I think you're a prankster?
I'm not a prankster.
Do you enjoy fooling people?
You get that asked a lot, like at press junkets and stuff. They love to ask, you know, when you were making the movie, any funny things
Behind the scene.
you would do around the set and whatnot? And my answer was always like, no, not really.
Woo, we're up high.
This is where you get nervous.
We are up
the
really
kill
high.
zone for Kevin Nealon, ladies and gentlemen.
You're telling me, man. Just hold on to my shoulder. How dare you? You think you're a good dad?
Yeah, I do.
Who told you that?
Well, that's...
Thanks, Greg Kinnear. That was a fun hike. And you know what? My back didn't bother me that much. No. Anyway, it was good catching up with Greg. And I told you he was kind of a wise guy, didn't I? Yeah, some people never change. All right, man, take care of your back. Please subscribe, turn on notifications, and we'll catch you next time. Happy trails.